Welcome everyone to our evening Bhagavatam class and Damodarashtakam. You people are ready? Can you display? So please have darshan. Today, who are the decorator? Today, Anil Krishna Yadav is absent. रोटेशन में आते हैं. जय श्री श्री यशोदा कृष्ण की. नमामिश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं असत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमाणम् असदभिरालोकलादवमणम् परामृष्टम् अत्यन्ततोदृत्य गोप्या दन्तमोहनेत्र युग्मं मृजन्तम् परं भुजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् स्वसकम्पाग्रेखण्ठकण्ठा सीताग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिवदम् Lila Viranandakunde Sogo Samnimmajantam Madhyapayantam Adi asita gesu bhattairditatvam Puna prematastam sada vritivate Namdeva mokhyamba mokhyavatimba Ajanyam brune aham bare sadapiha Idam deva purnatha gopala balam Sada me manasya virastam kimane Idam te mukam hojam atyanta nilay Pratam kuntalay snekta raktaisha gopya Mohostam vetam vimbaratadaram me Manasya virastam alam lakyalavai Aram Namo Deva Damodara Ananta Vishnu Vasita Prabho Dukha Jala Vimadam. Kripadrishti Vrishtyati Dinam Vadana Rohani Samamavidyam Vidyati Drisha. Dear devotees, please offer your candle to the Damodar wherever you are. Kripadrishti Vrishtyati Dinam Vadana Rohani Samamavidyam Vidyati Drisha. Madhav Vada Purtaiva Yadva Oyamachitau Bhakti Bhajau Krutau Cha. Tatha Prema Bhaktim Satham Prayaja Namaksha Graha Mesti Damodarena. Namaste Damne Spura Dikti Damne Jodiya Daraya Tha Viswasya Damne. Namo Radhikaya Ito Diyo Priyaya Namo Ananta Lilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Bring a candle for me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara Sri Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe. Sri Sri Radha Damodar ki. Can you somebody display the meaning of the song? Meaning of the song. Let to the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose sack-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who's beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a string, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him. With greatest speed to that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna. Next one, someone should read.
Hare Krishna. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with three lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To the Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Meghna Mataji. Next.
Hare Krishna. By
Please.
such childhood pastimes as this he is drawing the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are observed in the knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that she is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. Hare Krishna.
Array, just Tarun, there is a mistake there. I told last time that it should be imbued, not imbues. Okay, next.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this boon, this form of yours as Bala Gopala, Vrindavan, may ever be manifest in my heart. Oh, what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Riti Mataji. Thank you, Brahma Krishna Prabhu. Who next?
Hare Krishna.
Kalyani Mataji, please.
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
Great. Thank you. Next, 6th verse. We don't have today Nalini Mataji. She's not there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah,
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisance unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. Hare Krishna.
how true it is. We are all suffering. We are all suffering with
Very, very true.
devotee.
Very true. Very
Next. Next.
I'll continue. I
Okay.
think somebody is reading. Okay, go ahead.
O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kuvera and Manigriva and Nalakuvera were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
Thank you.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes.
Shri Shri Radha Damodara ki. You can again display. Let people drink the ambrosial nectar emanating from Yashoda Krishna. Okay. So, Shri Shri Radha Damodara ki. Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari. So, dear devotees, now time to remember the beautiful pastimes of Krishna. Yesterday we saw. Today I will tell you. Can you take Lakshmi Narasimhadev? Lakshmi Narasimhadev in red dress. They look fabulous. I hope that is that. You see, Lakshmi Narasimhadev in red cloth, looking very fabulous. Close up Lakshmi Narasimhadev. Sri Sri Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki. So beautiful. They look really beautiful in red dress. Okay, so thank you for Sri Sri Giriraj Krishna ki jai and Sri Sri Radha Ramanju ki jai. Okay, and Saligram Shila ki jai. Saligram Narayan, Saligram Sudarshan. Okay, so thank you very much. Now let us start. So Krishna and Balaram are given wonderful name by Gargamuni, and the name was their own name. Krishna was given the name Krishna, and Balaram was given the name Balaram. And this is what I said yesterday, that our great Gargamuni simply became an instrument. It is not that he gave a name, no. they have their name, he simply addressed them by that name. So this is called Janma Karma Chame Divyam. So today we are going to read the beautiful pastime of Mother Yashoda looking into Krishna's mouth. Let me tell you, Krishna is, his naughtiness is very, very deep. We saw that we will see that how he would break the pot of yogurt his mother is churning. Okay. So if you become angry with your mother, you may throw an empty vessel or something like that. But here, Krishna is breaking the very soul of Mother Yashoda, because Mother Yashoda is churning this butter in herself so that Krishna can be fed with those very wonderful butter. And so that's the soul of Mother Yashoda, and Krishna is breaking it and then hiding. So his naughtiness is normal people cannot display that kind of naughtiness that he did today. My wife was describing one naughtiness of Krishna with Prabhavati. So all of you know that Prabhavati is one of the elderly gopi, the young friend of Mother Yashoda. And Krishna would always go and steal the butter and feed them to monkeys. Once Prabhavati, but more important, Prabhavati has a son. Krishna would go purposefully. He will pinch him so that the crying is there. Everybody, they got busy. Because he will pinch and he will flee. It is not that he will stay there. He will pinch until he cries very loudly, and suddenly he will vanish. Nobody can know actually where did he vanish. And then people were trying to pacify, and that time he would enter into right place and break many pots and feed monkeys whatever the yogurt he can get into, he can get hold of. And so this kind of naughtiness Krishna would do every day. And one day Prabhupada thought, no, I'm going to give him a lesson. So Prabhupada caught hold of Krishna and started walking. Today I'm going to shame you. I'm going to shame you in front of your own mother. That oh Yashoda, your son is stealing. He's a thief. Huh? And then, okay, fine. And then she entered with a great smile on her face, with great pride. Her chest is just, widening, because she has really caught a great thief. And then tells Mother Yashoda, Yashoda, come and see. Who is he? And Yashoda is looking and saying, yeah, I see your son there. Huh? Is my son? And Parvati looks and she's wondering, I caught hold of Krishna and this is my own son. And then he was so ashamed and fled from that place immediately. And then Krishna followed Prabhavati and said, next time you catch me and bring to my mother, I'm going to become your husband. And then today you at least had some shame and some prestige. That day you will have no dignity. So, and by threatening, Krishna didn't stop there. And he would again and again, he'd do the same thing in her house. And Prabhavati one day caught Krishna, said, I'm going to bind you. And of course, nobody can bind Krishna. She tried her best. She could not bind Krishna. And she asked Krishna, why I'm not able to bind you? And then Krishna said, oh, you want me to bind me? Then I have to teach you. Oh, okay. Show me how to bind you. And then Krishna took a nice rope and bound her hand first, and then against a pillar, she bound nicely Prabhavati. And by demonstrating how to bind Krishna, Krishna is teaching Prabhavati how to bind him, and Krishna is demonstrating on Prabhavati. And that is how Krishna, if he wants to cheat you, he can do anything with you. Of course, this is in love. And so, my sound is not proper. So let me come a little closer here. So what happened now? By the time Krishna bound Prabhavati completely, Prabhavati realized that she was completely bound by Krishna. And Krishna laughed at her and easily fled from the place. And Prabhavati helplessly is bound in her own house. So Krishna can do any naughtiness with anyone, from fear personified to his intimate friends, his own devotees. And this kind of naughtiness that Krishna did, simply remembering those naughtiness Krishna did, we will go back to our Godhead. Out of love for Krishna, we should constantly like to hear about Krishna. We meet a sadhu, we should not ask how to solve our problem. We should ask, oh Krishna, oh Sadhu, oh Vaishnava, oh Vaishnava Thakura, please be merciful and speak about Krishna. Explain to me Krishna tattva. So this is how devotees should approach a Vaishnava. Okay, so let us continue from today, yesterday's thing. Now you see, Krishna and Balaram were given the name Krishna and Balaram. After a short time passed, both brothers and Rama and Krishna began to crawl on the ground. I mean, that means almost like a year. Ground abreast with strength of their hands and knees, and thus enjoy their childhood play. So how do you say this? That no, based on the strength of their hands and knees, they started crawling. Same Krishna killed Putana when he was even younger. Same Krishna sucked the very life of Putana and Trinavarta. He became heavier than so heavy, Trinavarta fell to the ground flat. And Krishna did all this. So when it says that Krishna, it is not happening in material space and time. It's happening in spiritual space and spiritual time. Meaning, Krishna, as a spiritual child, is displaying certain pastimes that would endear his devotees. So normally parents become very happy when they see their children have started crawling and Krishna had started crawling. And everybody enjoyed. When Krishna and Balaram, with the strength of their legs, crawled in the muddy places created in Braj by cow dung and cow urine, their crawling resembled the crawling of serpents, and sound of their ankle bells was very charming. So Braj is the land of cows. So you can imagine the footpath in Braj is all decorated with cow dung and cow urine. And these two little kids, they have crawled in those cow dung and cow urine. And the alankara is given that it looked like a snake is moving in those mounds of cow dung and cow urine. Very much pleased by the sound of other people's ankle bells, they used to follow these people as if going to their mothers. But when they saw that these were other people, they became afraid and returned to their real mothers, Yashoda and Rohini. So small kids. So normally, even I have seen in my time when I was a small child, you won't find a girl without a jumru, or we say paunja, pile. And when normally a girl or a woman walk, the pile would make a sound, rim, jim, rim, jim, rim, jim. And obviously, these two kids, when any elderly gopis, they're walking on the footpath, they would feel, oh, our mothers are here. But as soon as they will see, they will realize they are not their mother, and immediately they would get frightened and return back to their own original mother, Rohini and Yashoda. Dressed with muddy earth mixed with cow dung and cow urine, the babies looked very beautiful. My dear friend, cow dung and cow urine, they are real nectar as far as the skin is concerned. Of course, these cows, those who inhabited in Braj, were transcendental cows. But in any way, mother cow is the cow dung and cow urine. They're good for, there are days, many days, we have spent along the Yamuna, particularly in the summer, where we would take cow dung and smear our body with all the cow dung, and then sit near the Yamuna and watch how Yamuna water is flowing. And then when the cow dung will dry up, and then we'll jump into the Yamuna. So we have done that, but nowadays you can't do this because Yamuna water has been poisoned. So Kali Yuga, it has, in my lifetime, I have seen how almost Yamuna has disappeared in front of my eyes. And from 92 to 97, 98, a lot of memory of taking bath in Yamuna. And I don't think that I have taken after that bath. Maybe I can count in fingertips 3 times, 4 times, not more than that. And probably after 2010 or 11, I have not taken bath in Yamuna at all, probably. So bad. When they went to their mothers, both Yashoda and Rohini picked them up with great affection, embraced them, and allowed them to suck the milk flowing from their breast. While sucking the breast, the babies smiled and their small teeth were visible. And mothers, often seeing those beautiful teeth, enjoyed great transcendental bliss. Krishna's pearl-like teeth and Balaram's pearl-like teeth Everything about Krishna is transcendental, divine. They can give joy to anyone and everyone. Within the house of Nanda Maharaj, the cowherd ladies would enjoy seeing the pastimes of the babies, Rama and Krishna. The babies would catch the ends of the calves' tails, and the calves would drag them here and there. When the ladies saw this pastime, they suddenly stopped their household activities, laughed, and enjoyed the incident. Can you imagine? These small kids, Krishna and Balaram, would catch hold of the tail of a calf, and calf would drag Krishna and Balaram, and it would appear they're helplessly being dragged. And the ladies within the household who are performing household chores of Nanda Bhavan, seeing that they are just laughing and enjoying. Okay, can you imagine this? Same Krishna who has already killed 3 dreaded demons. People get frightened with terrorists, right? These terrorists are nothing. Terrorists are like mosquitoes in front of Putana, Trinavarta and Sakdasura. And Krishna has devoured them. But same Krishna is being dragged by a calf. Can you imagine whose that calf must be? It's not ordinary calf. It's a calf from the spiritual world. The calf that has pure love for Krishna. Very beautiful, beautiful, extremely beautiful. When Mother Yashoda and Rohini were unable to protect the babies from calamities threatened by horned cows, by fire, by animals with claws and teeth such as monkeys, dogs, and cats, and by thorns, swords, and other weapons on the ground, they were always in anxiety. Their household engagements were disturbed. At the time, they were fully equipoised in the transcendental ecstasy known as the distress of material affection. For this was arose within their minds. Normally, when I remember, because most of you don't know how to be brought up in a village. We were brought up in a village. And I remember once we are lost out, once we left our house, where we went, what we did, nobody knows. Neither my father or mother, they were worried that what happened to us. Where did we go? Nowadays, when my children, they grew up within IIT campus, which is a secured campus, so-called secured campus, and there are security persons everywhere. We were always worried. We have to keep track, where are they? But in village life, nobody cared. So, and there would be so many danger. Like we see here, when they were crawling on the footpath, there will be thorn that may prick them. There are cats, dogs, monkeys, which normally they can make any mischievous thing. But you must know, in Braj, nobody can enter except the divine beings. But then there is always a fear, anxiety within Mother Yashoda and Rohini. So instead of attending their household chores, they were simply taking pleasure. See, when children, they want to explore themselves, if you don't do that, they will become very angry. So they must be allowed. And here is Krishna and Balaram. And they have become child for nothing. They become small kids because they want to explore the joy of being a kid. They are not ordinary kids, helpless kids. They are real kids. They are real kids. Okay? O King Parikshit, within a very short time, both Rama and Krishna began to walk very easily in Gokul, on their legs by their own strength without the need to crawl. Thereafter, Lord Krishna, along with Balaram, began to play with the other children of the cowherd man, thus awakening the transcendental bliss of the cowherd woman. Now, Krishna and Balaram not only started walking, they started playing with their fellow mates. With their fellow mates, they started playing. Children, they would look for another children because a child, what he is going to do with an adult? Nothing. He has no business there. If a child is with another child, then he may hit him, he may pinch him, and they will play with each other. Sometimes they will be in love, sometimes they will fight, sometimes they will cry. And that's the business of children. Observing the very attractive childish restlessness of Krishna, all the gopis in the neighborhood, to hear about Krishna's activities again and again, would approach Mother Yashoda and speak to her as follows. Our dear friend Yashoda, your son sometimes comes to our house before the milking of the cows and releases the calves. And when the master of the house becomes angry, your son merely smiles. Sometimes, because once you release the calves would go and drink all the milk, and then nothing is left for them. Sometimes he devises some process, but although the elderly people, they become angry, and Krishna smiles. Very beautiful smile. And that smile is so beautiful. Wow, Krishna is smiling. And the cowherd boys, a cowherd man, their heart is completely satisfied with that smile. And their anger is completely subsided. This is the beauty of Krishna's naughtiness. But if you would have done that, suppose if I do that, I will still get one slap here. And when I start crying, why did you cry? Another slap here. Right? And when my two chicks are, I remember once I was playing with friends, but these friends are they're born in so-called untouchable family, according to so-called village thing, which I don't believe. But anyway, I always played with them. But my grandfather's brother saw me playing with them, and he was coming. He was going somewhere and he was returning. And he called me and gave me such a slap in my back. I felt as if my eyes have come out completely. And so this is our punishment, for playing with some kids, we get punishment. And if you would have done this, releasing the calves, then of course, we had calves in our house, but we never dared to go there and to release the calves. I know that my mother and others, they used to take the cow and put her in the field where they will bind the cow, and cow will just graze there and eat grass. Anyway, so these are Krishna's wonderful pastimes. So the elderly man would not chastise Krishna. Sometimes he devises some process by which is still palatable curd, butter and milk, which he then eats and drinks. When the monkeys assemble, he divides it with them. And when the monkeys have their bellies so full, they won't take more. He breaks the pots. Sometimes if he gets no opportunity to steal butter or milk from a house, he'll be angry at the householders. And for his revenge, he will agitate the small children by pinching them. Then when the children begin crying, Krishna will flee from that place. Hari Hari Bol. So Krishna's naughty thing. Normally, I remember when we did some mistake or some naughty thing, and the neighbors came and complained to my mother, my mother would become very angry with us. And sometimes we would be slapped. Why did we do this kind of naughty thing? But here you see, Yashoda's friends are glorifying Krishna's naughtiness naturally, not it is an artificial thing or they know. So they are further saying, when the milk and curd are kept high on a swing, hanging from the ceiling, and Krishna and Balaram cannot reach it, they arrange to reach it by piling up various planks and turning upside down the mortar for grinding spices. Being quite aware of the contents of a pot, they pick holes in it. While the elderly gopis go about their household affairs, Krishna and Balaram sometimes go into a dark room, brightening the place with their valuable jewels or ornaments on their bodies and taking advantage of this light by stealing. Of course, although here they are saying the jewels in Krishna's body would light the room, Krishna can naturally produce Brahmajyoti enough to make a place lighted or place to dazzle with the light. So Krishna can do anything, of course. So now you see, when Krishna is caught in his naughty activities, the master of the house will say to him, "Oh, you are a thief." अगर तुम्हें कोई बोल दिया you are a चोर, कैसा लगेगा? Actually, I had an experience like this. My uncle and myself, we went to the bazaar. Mela was going on, and my uncle, there was a coconut, and he wanted that coconut in a cheaper price, and that lady didn't agree. And because it didn't agree, my uncle then said, "You go, without being noticed, bring that coconut." And I did that. So, and I did that, and then we brought, and I am really, inside I'm really getting frightened because I have got someone coconut. And just in 5 minutes, somebody came to our house because I'm in a maternal house, and my mother, my mausi, everybody are sitting there. My grandmother, she's also there, and she started saying, called my grandmother's name, said, "Where is your grandson?" And my heartbeat has increased like anything. And then he said, "He has taken the coconut, or he has stolen the coconut from my, whatever, the niece or what, I don't know." Oh, wow. And then, those days, if my father would have been there, I would have been dead that day. And my maternal grandmother was so affectionate. Small kid, she has not done anything. And she came and inside and asked me, where is the coconut? I said, I went to my maternal. And then she realized whose fault is this. Anyway, she got hold of the coconut and returned that. That day I said, never ever in my life I'll do this. It was such a terrible, terrifying moment. But here, Krishna is being addressed. You are a thief. And artificially express anger at Krishna. Krishna will then reply, I am not a thief. Krishna can say, because everything belongs to him. You are a thief. You see, this is Krishna can say. If you say, because all butter, everything belongs to Krishna. So Krishna is not a thief. So when people accuse Krishna as a thief, Krishna would say, you are a thief. And that's correct. Ontologically, that's correct. I now remember, there was a glass merchant and a glass manufacturer. In Kolkata, he came to meet Prabhupada. And so Prabhupada asked him, what do you do? He said, I do business. What business? I manufacture glass. So Prabhupada immediately said, that means you are a big thief. Can you imagine? And somebody has come to meet Prabhupada, and Prabhupada said, in a very innocent way, that means you are a big thief. And then he protested, no, Prabhupada. I don't know whatever he must have addressed Prabhupada. And said, no, sir, I do my job in a very, very honest way. Oh, you are so honest. How do you manufacture glass? And then he started saying, then Prabhupada said, from where you got the sand? Who had manufactured the sand? Did you manufacture the lab? Then he would say, no, it belongs to Krishna. Prabhupada would say. And Prabhupada would prove to him that you are actually a thief. You are taking everything from Krishna. And what you are giving back to Krishna. So everything belongs to Krishna. Like Prabhupada only can tell. For the first time he has come to meet Prabhupada, you are a thief. Right? And you can't protest. I am a thief. Yes, I am a thief. Right? But Krishna can say, I am not a thief. You are a thief. Sometimes being angry, Krishna passes urine and stool in a neat, clean place in our houses. But now, our dear friend Yashoda, this expert thief is sitting before you like a very good boy. Sometimes all the gopis who look at Krishna sitting there, his eye is fearful so that his mother would not chastise him. And when they saw Krishna's beautiful face, instead of chastising him, they would simply look up on his face and enjoy transcendental bliss. Mother Yashoda would mildly smile at all this fun, and she would not want to chastise her blessed transcendental side. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dear devotees, we can only go up to this. So today we heard how Krishna and Balaram started crawling, and how they will crawl among the bumps of cow dung and urine like a snake. How Mother Yashoda and Rohini would completely stop their household chores and would attend to the fun of Krishna and Balaram's crawling pastime. And then we saw how Krishna and Balaram started walking, and they started playing with their playmates. And then the kind of naughtiness that they did, how they would steal butter, how they will release the calves before the milking, and all those, and how the friends of Yashoda would come and narrate those beautiful Naughtiness of Krishna. Nice pastime, my dear friends. Please remember these pastimes of Krishna. If you remember all the time, then you will not be attracted to this mundane world. This world is full of filth. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any question? Amurti. Prabhuji, you are sharing and enjoying your childhood memories, naughtiness. No, I don't enjoy. I was telling only the things by which, just stealing little one coconut. I have, even now I feel that a fear that I have gone through. So, but Krishna is stealing every day, and in that stealing, he makes everyone happy. And so Krishna is like 16 years old in Golok Vrindavan. Then where is his childhood pastime going on in spiritual world? In here, in Braj Vrindavan, in Bhama Vrindavan. There is no childhood pastimes in Golok Vrindavan. So that's why Yashoda and Nanda, they come here to enjoy the pastimes, childhood pastimes here. Nanda and Yashoda are there in the Braj. But Nanda and Yashoda in Braj, they're mother of Krishna. But then they want to see Krishna as a child. So simultaneously, they are present both in Golok Vrindavan, their eternal place, and also wherever Krishna is performing his childhood pastime. They're also there. Ritu Bandari, so delighting to hear these childhood pastimes of Krishna. Yes, please enjoy these pastimes. Javari Sharma, Hare Krishna, I'm eager to know that Krishna had a lot of butter cured curd in his home, but he stole from others' house. It's called a thief. What is the purpose to steal butter and curd? What does he want to say to the devotees? No, he did that to give pleasure to his devotees. All these Brajvasis, they were his eternal servant. They are his eternal parents. Some of them are parents, some of them are friends. And Krishna has his own way to give pleasure. And a child, how he can give pleasure to others. So this is how he gives pleasure. So you may think that why he's stealing and this curd and butter. Yeah, curd and butter is coming from Krishna. It is Krishna who is the source of all this curd and butter. So he has full right to go and steal, and nobody can say. But that's not the point. Point is this sweet pastime of Makhan Chor is so sweet. When Krishna steals and you hear, you never think Krishna is the thief. Because hearing this, you just think about Prabhavati's story that I talked about. Prabhavati wanted to expose Krishna as a butter thief, and what happened to Prabhavati? Right? Not only she was shamed in front of Mother Yashoda because Krishna has manifested as his own son, Prabhavati's son. And simultaneously, Krishna goes daringly, because if you start fighting with Krishna, my dear friend, you will never win. And Prabhavati made that mistake of fighting with Krishna instead of complying his naughtiness. So the result was In her own house, Prabhavati was bound. In her own house, and foolishly she was bound. Krishna is telling, I will teach you how to bind me. And she foolishly agreed, and she was bound. So these pastimes, you see, finally, what is goal of life? Goal of life is that you just make Krishna happy. What we are looking for, if Krishna gives a smile to you, that's all. Oh, Krishna has smiled on me. I don't need anything. I've got everything. Okay. Vivek Pandey explained the concept of subtle soul. Soul is subtle. What is subtle soul? Subtle means, you see, this is gross. This is gross, right? This object is gross. This object is gross, right? I can hold it. I can measure its weight. This is gross. The sound it is producing, that is subtle. The sound that it is producing, you cannot catch it, but you can hear it. Right? So this is the concept of gross and subtle. Similarly, this is materially gross and materially subtle. Then there is materially also subtle thing, like mind, right? So you may hear a sound, you may hear this sound, but to hear the tal, 1, 1, 2, 1, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You play like that. Eh? So when I am playing the rhythm, to catch that rhythm and to synchronize yourself to that rhythm, okay, you have to be subtler than the subtle sound. So that which would capture the subtleness in the sound or the semantic content of sound, one has to be subtler than that, and that's mind. Subtler than mind is intelligence. Subtler than intelligence, your own false ego, ahankara. These are the things that you would only understand by practicing Krishna consciousness. But sound as a subtle object is divine. It is not material. It is spiritual. Okay, Sneha Karadi, good. Blessed to listen Krishna Bal Lila. Thank you. After a long time, I'm hearing Sridevi Mahapatra. Sridevi Mataji, where are you? I have not heard you for a long time, I think. Looks like many yugas. The pastimes of childhood days make us feel. The pastimes of childhood days makes us feel as Krishna is one with us, so close to our heart. And another moment, someone far away from us. I'm confused. Yeah, you see that Krishna's childhood pastimes can be very endearing to us when we start, we start feeling we have a natural feeling like a mother or a father to Krishna. Otherwise, you cannot really enjoy the subtlety of Krishna's pastime. We enjoy, I discuss, you enjoyed, I enjoyed. But just like, a parent, they will never forget the the childhood naughtiness of their children. And they will remind us, this is what you used to do, this is what you used to do. Similarly, to really appreciate the Krishna's naughtiness, I have to develop that pure feeling of being Krishna's mother, Krishna's father. I'm there, I'm able to feel his hunger. I'm able to feel that he's looking for water. So this kind of, and that will come after a lot of devotional service. Okay. Siranjit, does all sound in material world subtle? Yeah, sound is subtle, but there are, in sound there are, I have told already, no? Hello, Anshul Agrawal, you are doing that sound research, right? You didn't do sound research? People are so crazy. I gave such a wonderful research topic. Vaikari, Pashanti, Madhyama, Para. Yes. So, Vaikari, Madhyama, Pashanti, and Para. So these are 4 different sounds, and Para sound is spiritual sound. And the sound that normally we deal with is Vaikari. So I have told actually Anshul to do this research and he's not doing. What can I do? Eh? Taruna? Yeah. My love is there, go. Plan the experiment. Dheeraj Singla. Is that Dheeraj that today's summary you have written? This Dheeraj is written? Is the same Dheeraj Singla? Dheeraj? Are you there?
Hare Krishna, sir. Yes, sir, I have written.
I must congratulate you. Although you have made some mistake like Adokyaja, small mistake and maybe a little grammatic, but you are fabulous in terms of hearing. Thank you so much. Lord bless you. Krishna is in everything, but still he is not there. Why is he not present even he is present as Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu form? I didn't follow what is your question, Krishna, but still he is not there. Why is he not present even he is present as Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu form? No. This is not like that. Krishna is there as a Paramatma in every atom, but Krishna is not there means, like for example, you are a devotee, right? If you are a devotee and somebody takes you to a discotheque, so you are there in the discotheque because somebody has taken you, but you will not be in discotheque. Your heart, your mind will not be in discotheque. Why? Because that's what is, you are not, you don't like that discotheque. Right? So similarly, Krishna is present here in every atom because without that, this material world cannot be sustained. But he's not here because his devotees are not there. Krishna would be there wherever there are his devotees. That is why that is meaning. Although Krishna is everywhere, still is not there. Just like, suppose after we become a devotee, somebody tells us, please come to our marriage party. Sometimes they force us. We may go and we may just be there, but we are internally situated. We don't participate all that nonsense, what is that, DJ and all those things. So we don't like it. So it is like that. Krishna is in everything, still he's not there. Because he's only there where his devotees are glorifying him. Next. Okay, I think all the questions are exhausted. So thank you very much, everyone. And let's join tomorrow for the morning chanting session. Please come. And I would like, in this group, we have been given the responsibility to run 2
Hare Krishna, sir.
One is Dehradun, the other is in Ranchi. And those who would like to be part of this preaching effort, because ultimately we are going to build nice temple and other things also in these two places, Dehradun in Uttarakhand and Ranchi. And so my request, if you know anyone who is looking forward to a nice service for Krishna, please contact me. And I have enough service. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Yeah, Anmol.
Sir, I just want to know that whether we are taking questions in the chat box also.
I don't know, because Tarun handles that. Tarun should give the answer.
Right. Sir, previously you used to check the chat box.
Sir, I took questions which are sent publicly. Maybe some questions sent to you through private.
Sir, sometimes questions we also send questions privately in the chat. So I request you to also have a look at them also if possible.
To copy questions from the chat box, but someone messaged you privately, so he cannot see those questions.
Acha, then you please put your questions in not privately, because then they cannot see. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Anmol.
Okay, sir.
And if it is personal question, then you will ask me separately, not in public. So what is your question?
Okay.
What is your question?
Sir,
Anmol?
I have posted in the...
Okay, did Krishna not...
I was asking whether...
Okay, I saw your question. Did Krishna not also orchestrate his entire birth childhood by performing outstanding feats at a very young age in such a way as to outwit dry... I'm not able to see this. Dry philosophers and impersonal conclusions which say that one can become God in a matter of time just by meditating and thereby realizing one's supreme nature. I am not very good in this handling the chat.
Generally, some people, I mean, there are certain organizations which say that one can meditate, and by meditation gradually one can realize. So Krishna knew that such people would come in Kali Yuga, so specifically to also Krishna's performing, one is that he wants to enjoy with his devotees, but also along with that, are such people of this mentality, their philosophy is also getting refuted simultaneously. Because in childhood, Krishna didn't have any time to meditate and all, and he never meditated, we know.
He did not meditate to become God. This point, Prabhuji is saying that Krishna is showing this point that Krishna did not meditate to become God.
Acha, you are making a comment that Krishna didn't meditate. Yes. You are right. Thank you for bringing that point. Yes, Krishna was God always. Even as a child, he was God. But Prabhupada is to tell that although Krishna performed human-like pastimes at birth, but when it was required, he manifested his godhood. So he acted. He was a child. He is a child. But when it was required for Putana, then he became. He showed who he is. For Trunabharta, he showed who he is. So whenever it was necessary, he manifested his godhood. But again, these are all technical issues. Let me not talk about them. But anyway, yeah, you are right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna. Meet you tomorrow early morning. Please come and join in the chanting session. I'll be very happy if all of you start joining our chanting session, because this is really fabulous, 6:30 to 7:30, and that can make your, regularize your chanting as well. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.